Maybe one would start off by thanking the presence of the Minister of Education and Training in this house. Special thanks to the school's manager, Mr. Nhlengetwa. Also, I would love to also thank the Acting Senior Inspector for School Sports, Arts and Culture in the Minister of Education, Ms. Tandi Nkambule. Maybe one would say, why am I starting with those ones? I think protocol on my side dictates that I do so. And of course, maybe put it on the table that their support to ESSA is unwavering. They are always there with us. They are always ready to pick up our calls whenever we had problems here and there to assist and give us direction. And of course, one would also love to thank Instacash for finding it important that they support the learners and the schools from where we work and putting on an effort to unearth such talent that we see. And also assuring us that in the next 3 years they will be with us. Now, and I'm also asking myself, why the 3 years in particular? And my response is, oh, that is when my first term will be ending. And of course, I want to see in the future what will happen. But thank you so much, Instacash, for the support, and also other sponsors that are here that have always been supporting us in the presence of Select Limited. I can see they are here. And of course, other sponsors that have been recognized by Mr. Dube. Sports Council, we also extend our appreciation for the support that you've always been giving us. We say we are from Zimbabwe, Bulawayo, last year, 2024. It's all because of you. So even this year, when we say we are hosting the COSASA Games, we are talking about you covering us in most of the expenses that we will incur. Maybe one will also thank the media for always covering our events, and whatever that we do is always covered there. Swazi TV for choosing school sports as a partner. We want to appreciate that now the talent that had been hidden yesterday will be shown live on TV in some of the matches. Some of them will be pre-recorded, but it is important that after the players had played, they are able to also see themselves play on TV. That one, for choosing to beam our games, we really appreciate that one. We hope that the first year will be productive for both of us, that is ESSA and Swazi TV as well. Maybe one will also go to the extent to congratulate the schools that have made it through to the top 16. We want to also wish all the best to those branches that have still not finished their matches that will be holding their finals before the end of this week. We hope those teams from Mhlume, Madlangampisi, Nhlangano, and Gege, and of course the Instacash choice will also be known probably before the end of the week. Now, maybe we would also like to extend our plea to the schools that discipline will be very, very important as an ingredient of these games. Like it has been put on the table that those that will proceed or get the green card, the wild card for the 16th team, fairness, sportsmanship, numbers in the stadium, the creation of that atmosphere will be very key in the selection of that team. But within that, the discipline part wouldn't start just inside the field of play. It starts from the selection of the team. By so saying, I'm trying to say, for those that are using non-scholars, we have heard a lot about it. we would want to say they should desist from doing so. And if we happen, by any means possible, that we find that we've been using such players, there's a lot that will happen to you. You might forfeit all that you were supposed to benefit from this. And of course, steps will be taken towards that. What we want to see is full-time students playing in the field of play. According to the policies of the ministry, when you are a full-time student, you're actually doing 5 subjects in the school, not 2 or 3, 5. You're a full-time student then. When you are doing 2 or 3, then you are not. You're a part-time student covering whatever that you are covering. I'm mentioning this because from here we are going to play, and a lot of complaints, what have been brought forward, we don't want such as we kick off these matches. We just want to sit and relax and watch the matches and watch the kids displaying their skills. Now, the issue of Stokvels, we have talked more about them as an association, as the ministry, and we are continuing to see such taking place. And it is painful that at a certain point in time, we will find ourselves even losing lives, because all necessary instruments and people, when we are playing, have not been invited to be part of that. That is the support from the security forces, that is the police, and also the medicals. When they are not there in our games, those games shouldn't play. We must have all those people in the field of play, supporting our games, covering everything that would be necessary from security to medical. So as school sports, that is what we emphasize on. And maybe one may request that we observe a moment of silence for the life that we lost somewhere in Mankayane or Usutu, where a kid just collapsed and lost his life. We wouldn't say, because those were not SMS matches, we have our heart with the family of that kid, because the kid was not the one organizing the matches. What is important, we cover every life, because we are working with the Minister of Education. So that one is a student. And maybe for a minute, may we observe a moment of silence, please. I thank you. Schools and coaches, and of course the head teachers that are here, the issue of the use of special projects. Is of great concern. Now, here we want to unearth natural talent. Not talent that has been subsidized or added somewhere with some salts and whatever. There will be TV. You wouldn't know whether you've been captured by the lenses or not. But once you are captured and seen to practicing such, I don't know what will happen to you. But of course, we have had a lot of issues. Schools calling that school A has assisted us to take our kids to who has collapsed in the field of play to a certain Inyanga, so that because they know what they had done with the kid, and they have taken us to a certain Inyanga to make sure that the kid is welcomed back to life. Now, you ask yourself, what is happening here? What school sports is emphasizing on is the unearthing of natural talent. That is what we ask from the teachers, that is what we ask from the players themselves and the coaches. But on that one would request that the head teachers, please be very close to your kids, be very close to your team. Let's not just take the teams and give them to the community, because the community will do whatever they want. The kid, if I may request that the kids should remain in the office of the head teacher until the day for the matches. Because at times, Instacash is giving us the jerseys. Some of them are white. But at the time when we get on the line to shake hands, Those jerseys are now reddish, brown, whatever. Now, colleagues and friends, brothers and sisters, let us maybe desist from such habits. They are not painting a good image for us as school sports. And of course, one may maybe also deal with the part of hooliganism, the ill-disciplined part, fighting, encroaching of the field of play, whatever that is taking place in the fields. We don't want to see such a picture. We need to accept defeat, celebrate win, and congratulate each other. After all, this is a game. There will only be one winner. And of course, you are involved in the winning and the losing part of the game because you are given 90 minutes as well to express yourself. When we have taken the side of losing, we have not lost the match because you were there, but it was just a difference of the score. We appreciate that one. You shake hands, that's sportsmanship. On the other, maybe in the following year, it will be your turn. You will also want to be appreciated for your good work. So let's show more of the sportsmanship rather than the other side of the game. Now, we would love to see that more so because we wouldn't love to, on our Saturday, while seated home watching the recorded matches, we find that towards the end or somewhere in the middle of the match, there is an exchange of blows or whatever. We want to watch a clean 90 minutes of the matches. Now, again, as we are here in the house, we would appreciate that Eswatini School Sports has been granted the right to host the COSASA, that is Confederation of Southern African School Sports Association Games for 2025. And our football is also there. The games will be hosted in the country between the dates 26th to 30th August. That is when we'll be hosting the games. And we will have the under-18 soccer boys and girls, under-15 boys, under-13 boys, basketball under-18 boys and girls, athletics under-13, 15 and 18 for both boys and girls, netball under-18 girls, as well as volleyball under-18 boys and girls. Those are the teams that we'll be having for the COSASA matches. And of course, one will end off by requesting that the national associations or federations, may they also please come forth and support Eswatini School Sports as we prepare for the hosting of the competitions. We don't have everything as Eswatini School Sports, but what we have is the people of Eswatini who would want to come and support us as a school as we host the competitions. And of course, may we also request the business community to also lend a helping hand as we prepare the team. Like I've called them earlier, it means we might be having a team of over 200 kids going to participate there, and that takes a toll on the pocket.